Erica, thanks a lot. Well, Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb coming under fire after appointing a controversial cop to oversee large parts of the city. That officer is currently under investigation for using homophobic slurs. 19 investigator Mike Mason has more from District 2 headquarters.
When this officer sued the city a few years ago, the city introduced homophobic text messages as evidence against him. Now police commissioners want to know why this same man is getting a big promotion. Cleveland's Community Police Commission, or CPC, was formed 10 years ago to restore the trust between cops and the community.
We want to make sure that Cleveland has the best people in the best positions.
John Adams serves as CPC's co-chair. He says when Mayor Bibb recently appointed Timothy Judd to be acting commander of District 2, it felt like a slap in the face.
I don't think this was just like an oversight.
Adams says commissioners never knew Judd was being considered as a candidate for the commander position. If so, they would have voiced their concerns.
When you have someone who is documented has made homophobic remarks and jokes about the LGBTQ community, I don't think that that person should then become the commander for the district.
According to court records, Judd has used homophobic slurs in the past. In 2021, he filed this lawsuit against the city, claiming he was demoted because he blew the whistle on police corruption. Adams says that's when the city tried to discredit him by uncovering these homophobic text messages he sent to fellow officers back in 2018.
We have documentation that we actually got from a lawsuit from the city, that the city actually brought this up.
Court records show in 2022, a sergeant included those messages as part of his violence in the workplace complaint that he filed against Judd. He wrote, Lieutenant Judd would stare directly at me after referring to his subordinates as fat.
If you use the F word, I think that's a slur.
The city tells us Human Resources is still investigating this complaint some 2.5 years after it was filed. Meanwhile, Judd has risen through the ranks.
So the same administration that demoted this officer is now promoting him to commander.
Commissioners want to know why Judd was chosen to command a district that includes the Detroit Shoreway, Tremont, Old Brooklyn, and Ohio City.
This is the district where the LGBTQ movement in Cleveland started.
Adams also questions whether Judd will be a good mentor to his fellow officers.
What message are we sending to the subordinates?
19 Investigates contacted the city for comment. They sent us this statement saying, in part, over the last few years, and as recently as this week, Judd has interacted with several LGBTQ+ district stakeholders, demonstrating his sincerest regret, personal growth, and genuine willingness to serve our diverse communities. However, Adams still questions whether Judd is really the best man for the job.
There are countless officers with nothing like this in their backgrounds. So the question then becomes, why does this officer with the checkered past have to be promoted?
What would you say to Mayor Bibb?
Perhaps we can have a meeting about this?
We contacted Judd, but he referred us to the city's Office of Public Affairs. If you'd like to read the full statements from the city and the CPC, just go to our website. At District 2 headquarters, Mike Mason, 19 News.